D-I-Q. Yo, he wanna get involved with you. It's the S-A double D-I-Q. Yo, he wanna get involved with you. It's the S-A double D-I-Q. Yo, he wanna get involved. What's up, y'all? It's your boy OMD 300, and this is the Corner Store Podcast live stream. It is 12:30 p.m. in Los Angeles, California. I'm chilling right here in the balmy and beautiful, nicely degreed, I should say, San Fernando Valley, just northwest of downtown Los Angeles. How y'all doing today? I hope everything is good with you. I'm chilling and I'm trying to do my thing for sure. To be honest with you, having a Corner Store Podcast episode yesterday just was something that wasn't in the cards. There was a lot going on. Excuse me. There was a lot going on. I had some things, personal things I had to handle. So the customary Tuesday episode had to be moved to today, which is Wednesday, obviously. Happy early March. Spring is upon us, man. In the next few months, we'll be right here in summer. It'll be June before you even bat an eye. I'm telling you, watch how quick these next 3 months go by. And we're already in the summer, y'all. Half of the year is almost gone. To be honest with you, that tells you how fast things can change in a blink of an eye. Just like the seasons change, so does the bullshit rhetoric that's going on around in the United States of America. Namely, the man who's president right now has us in a war with Iran. For what? We have no idea. So-called freedom, liberation of the Iranian people? Well, it looks like the old things always happen to come back around just like normal. All of those people in the United States government ain't nothing but a bunch of L7 squares. And we know that they don't give a shit about nobody in the United States government. The thing that's so crazy, they're willing to sacrifice American lives by putting them in harm's way for a war that has no meaning, just to hide the fact that half of the people in the United States government on both sides, Democrats and Republicans, are child molesters and child torturers and child sexual predators. That is the craziest thing I've absolutely seen and heard. But the thing about it is, it's been going on for decades, for years, for hundreds of years probably. We talk a lot about these people doing what they're doing with children. Let's just even go back a little further and talk about the things they've done to slaves. What incomprehensible things could we even imagine would have been done to children that were in the slave trade that had nobody, not like today where people are calling everyone to carpet for doing all these violent, immoral things. You know, it's all over the internet. Cops shooting people. There's not a whole lot being done other than people being in an uproar. But what about back in the day when there was no rescue, when you had no opportunity of running, and if you did run, they would hunt you down with dogs, and they'd catch you, and then they'd beat you and put you right back in the situation you were in. Not only beat you to the inch of your life, beat you so bad, not kill you, torture you so badly, there was no one to run to, there was no one to tell. And even if you were a freed slave, the possibilities of you being able to be taken back into slavery, having your freedom papers torn up or burned, was a good chance. It was rough living back then. The only difference of today's world, even though they'd like to bring this world that we live in today back into those times, which is never going to happen, a lot of people are going to end up dying if that even is attempted. Not just for the simple fact that people are going to revolt. There are going to be people that revolt in both categories. There are going to be some white people who's like, no, I don't want it like that, believe it or not. There are some white people who have enough backbone to realize that inhumane bullshit is not going to go on like it did back in 1965 or whatever it was. 1865, I'm sorry. It's just not going to happen. But I digress. The thing that bothers me the most about a lot of things that are going on today versus back then is we have the power to stop all of this shit that's going on. We have the power. Forget the voting. not asking for uproar. This is the thing that kills me about. This proves to me that the Republicans and the Democrats and everybody up in government are play acting. There's no way. There's no way that a sitting president can do what he did in that term that he lost to Joe Biden. Actually have people go up to the Capitol and tear it up. Nobody died other than cops and that one lady that got shot. You know how many of those people should have been murdered? And I say murdered in a good way, not murder is a bad word because, it implies that someone killed somebody. But I'm going to tell you right now, those people that did that should have been shot because they would have been shot for less back in the 1940s. If white people had tried to storm the Capitol during the time of Eisenhower or Nixon or Kennedy, they would have been shot. Whites, let alone blacks. Blacks was too scared to even storm the fucking local mayor's office in whatever jurisdiction that they lived in at the time. They would have never done nothing like that. Only white people have the audacity and the gall to actually storm the Capitol, to storm the Capitol and think there'd be no recompense. And in some cases, there wasn't. Maybe they got a slap on the wrist or something like that, but that is a hangable or killable act in the United States. I know that from being in the military. I could ask people a trivia question about what's in that ball on top of the flags. In every jurisdiction, I don't care where it is, there's a ball on top of the flagpole where the American flag is waved. There's supposed to be they call that ball on the top of the flagpole a truck. That is the name of that ball on top of the flagpole. Inside that ball, the truck of a flagpole, there's supposed to be two things, and this is a God honest truth. I am not making this up. There's supposed to be a match or a book of matches and a bullet. And I'm sure you're probably asking yourself, well, what's the significance of that? Why would that be inside of that ball on top of the flagpole? Well, here's why. If someone were to lower the flag wherever that is, because the American flag is never supposed to touch the ground, ever. You're supposed to, if it does touch the ground when it's brought down, you're supposed to open the truck on the top of the flagpole, get the match, burn that flag, and take the bullet, load it in whatever caliber gun or bullet it is. It's supposed to be a 45 caliber bullet, actually. And you're supposed to shoot the person who dropped the flag. That is a true story. When I heard that when I was in the military, I was like, get out of here. That ain't true. He said, drop the flag and see what they do to you. I couldn't believe it. This was in the 90s. I was in the military in 1987 to 1990. But I brought that up to say how ridiculously patriotic this country has brainwashed people to be. But now they brainwash people to be insurrectionists if they feel like their patriotism is being called into question. They have played mind games. And the people who are usually so subdued or so enamored with all of these different things and so easily swayed or easily Spengali. And Spengali is a term as to say driven into a cult really fast. They'll just gather up and become a mob so quickly. You know why? Because those people are finding somewhere to be. Yeah, you're probably asking, well, white people's been in America. White people feel like America's always slipping out of their fingers because they stole it. When you take something from somebody, you're always looking over your shoulder to see if they ever find out. Or if somebody, I'm telling you, the way white people act like in the United States, they act like they've stolen something and the boogeyman is hanging over their head. They waiting for the fucking sword to fall. They waiting for some kind of get back. They understand that. That's the reason why they fight so hard against trying to stop all this so-called tyranny around the world. There's no tyranny. No one was bothering you motherfuckers. You want to take over everything so you feel like you got things on lock. That's a stupid way of doing it. You make more enemies by doing it like that. It's one thing to have strong borders and to show, not show, just show strength, but be able to go, like if somebody, this is how you make people respect you. You be cool all the time. You don't show no fear. You show up. You, if a motherfucker, like America should be like this. Whenever somebody is having some problems over there in their country, we should go, oh shit, that's fucked up, and call them and go, y'all need some help? Y'all cool? You know what I mean? They'd be like, nah, we got it, but thank you for America for calling us, all right? And like if somebody call us and we could do something, we should be like, oh, we could be able to do that. Or we should always just be honest with other countries and tell them, look, you know what I'm saying? We could help y'all, but we ain't got the resource right now. Or we can help y'all. We'll send this many people or this much money. For real, for real. So we should be cool with other countries instead of always trying to act like we tough. Especially with this dude, it's always the bitches that want to act, and bitch ass men. It's always people like Trump who really ain't shit. You put him in the room with a regular black dude, plumber dude. That black guy beat the fuck out that motherfucker. Motherfucker probably got 5, 6 kids, work every day. Trump ain't no tough guy. That's the reason why he be trying to talk tough. Anybody that talk and look like that has to be out of their mind to even act like they tough. Nobody's not buying that you tough, bro. Not even close. You look like if you Trump look like if he tried to throw a punch, he'll dislocate some shit. On me. You can't tell me that ain't what he looked like when you see him. You can't tell me the way he be walking and shit. I guarantee you, you push Trump hard enough, he's gonna go down. Most people will say, "Oh well," some people get on here that as a Trump fan will sit up here. Of course he will. He's 86 years old. What do you think? Well then, if you that old, why you talking like that? Your other rebut will probably be, well, he's supposed to talk like that. He's the president. He ain't so scared of nobody. He's got the biggest army in the world. No, nigga, you don't know. Look, no president, and I don't care who it's been, even JFK. JFK was in the fucking Navy. He was captured by the Japanese. That's a real man right there. You know what I'm saying? He fought World War II, nigga, came out wounded and all that, became president. I guarantee you JFK and sock you. John F. Kennedy would probably sock a motherfucker, no problem. You know what I'm saying? I know he was only like 40-something years old when he was president. But bro, anybody worth they salt, when they get to a certain age, even if they are president, yeah, they gonna show some backbone and all of that. But they know damn well they can't fade nobody or fight. Trump be acting like he can fight, calling certain people out, saying all this, that, and the third. If when you see him in the room with you, you be all cool with him, trying to shake hands. And then he do some stupid shit like get on camera because he know it's about decorum and not, make it a spectacle. These other fucking dignitaries, they're gonna be very fucking cool in front of the camera and not, you know what I'm saying? What's happening, man? And not, wanna say all kind of weird shit, you know what I'm saying? Or act tough or nothing. Trump and grab their hands, pulling their arms and shit like all of that stuff is all fake, man. It's a spectacle, bro. That's all it is. We live in a country with a bunch of actors. The government don't care about you. If you sitting up here worried about what the government's gonna do for you, you tripping. We can keep voting, doing all that stuff if you want to, and that's cool. But I'm done with it. And the thing about it, I used to be on the blotter. You know what I'm saying? I had a pass. I got my shit together, so I was able to actually be a citizen in this country and vote. I thought I was doing my part. When you find out that the government is bullshit and both sides is playing, it's a game, man. It's a game. It's all play acting. That's the reason why the media don't show no real news. All the shit you see on the internet about shit going on, you'll never see that on mainstream media because that's the mainstream media is not there to tell you what's really going on. They're there to tell you what they're being told to tell you. That's what they're there for. The media, CBS, NBC, Fox, all that shit is bought and paid for. They're not telling you the truth about anything. They can tell us a war going on, but all the time it ain't shit going on over that country. How you gonna know it? You gonna fly? What you gonna do? You gonna go fly over there to see if Israel's being bombed? Or you gonna take their word for it? They know that you don't have the resources to fact check none of this shit. That's why they don't like the fucking internet. They hate the internet. They hate the internet. Let me say this shit again. Governments around the world hate the fucking internet and social media. Now, they don't hate the internet per se. They hate social media is what they hate. They hate the exchange of information. And now, that's the reason why all of this shit then came out about fake news, fake this, fake that, fake news, videos is fake. Everybody want to talk this fake shit because they understand the power of all these cameras in people's hands. That's why they also will pay. They have paid millions and millions of dollars to be able to buy up certain social media companies to be able to put videos out that are fake. And people go, oh, that's AI. So now people are confused. They don't know what's AI. They admit the aliens is real. So you go on TikTok or something and you see a video of an alien. So, they want you confused. I'm telling you, the powers that be who really control the government, who really control the world, who really control the narrative about the thing that's most important to any damn powerful person on this planet, they're being able to exchange goods and services, and that's money. That's all money is, an exchange of goods and services. They want to sell you something all the time. So if they can sell you a dream like they sold us a dream about home ownership in the United States, which was all a fucking scam. People was not buying homes in the 1940s after the World War II. People wasn't buying homes. They gave home, man, I'm telling you, they started giving people 30 and 40-year mortgages. Just giving away homes. They wanted to get your ass in that house. And for those who got, by the grace of God, some kind of way, they ended up buying a house and getting a deed for it. They still gonna get you with fucking taxes on that damn land. That's why a lot of people don't live in the interior of the United States, which is a problem for the simple fact that all the coastal cities are very crowded. But one thing about all these coastal cities is the taxes on land in those cities is high as fuck. But if you move to I'm gonna give you an example. Mississippi is the poorest state in the United States of America. The poorest state in the United States of America, one of, but it's top of the list. If you got $10 million and you move to Mississippi, I don't care who you are. You could be from New York. And if you got $10 million, most people that's in New York that get $10 million, they're gonna want to stay in New York because they want to be a baller in New York. Well, I don't know nothing about no fucking Mississippi. Mississippi, what the fuck? Do you know if you move to Mississippi with $10 million, you'll own the city or state wherever you live? Ain't that many people down there got no 10 million. You move that $10 million down into a bank in Mississippi, you could build Shangri-La down that motherfucker with $10 million. But nobody's gonna do that. Nobody's gonna do that. If you're smart, you with $10 million, what's happening, man? What's going on? How you doing? I want to acknowledge this young man in the chat right here is Bajan Farrow. I know I'll be fucking that name up, dog. I'm sorry. You should give me you should live chat me right now a name that I could use versus what I be calling you when you pop up and shit. Cause I'll be killing that name. I know it's Bajan, Bajan Pharaoh. That's the reason why I say it like that. I'm trying to pronounce it, but shout out to him right here who just came on the live. I know this brother right here, Levi Reddig, is on here as well. I'm assuming he's still there. Shout out to both of y'all. It's another episode, live stream of the Corner Store podcast. The flagship little show. Appreciate that. It's the flagship show of Corner Store TV. Lately, I was just talking about right now about the government and how shady it is and how people is all in an uproar about what this guy is doing. They elected this fucking dude in the office, and that's the reason why we're in the situation he is. And they've always lied to us. I'm going to tell you right now, if you're a Republican, Democrat, whatever, you are stupid. I'm none of that shit no more. I don't trust none of them. Fuck them. And yes, I keep it 100 with the curse words and everything here. Because at this point, we deserve the curse. I'm not just cursing. This ain't just a curse show. I'm cursing because I'm pissed off and I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired of sitting up here worrying about the future when all of these fucking people are sending out kids. My son just came home because his mom was took ill, but she's doing on better. God, thank you for all the prayers. If you prayed for my kid's mother, she's doing much better, and she gonna be released soon to go home. Yeah, man, we had some episodes. You know, we dealing with shit like this every day. And then these other motherfuckers out here sending our kids to war. My son, you know, he could have been going to that shit. He in the Navy right now. We got a few more years to go. This bastard's in the you know, it's crazy. He decided to go to the Navy while this dude became president because you never know where he'll fuck around and send our boys and girls and sons and nieces and nephews, man. Y'all, the black people that died so far in this this Iran bullshit was black. I don't know if nobody noticed that. Nobody ain't saying shit about it. Oh, they just brought them kids home wrapped up in American flags the other day. All three of them was black that died in this bullshit war. If y'all didn't know that, go look that shit up. All three of them. So when you come to my channel and you see these untold black history stories, like that shit and leave comments on it. This is stuff I just put something up about a queen that I didn't even know about. There's a black queen. She's poor. She has Portuguese and what's another? It's a black. She's mixed, but she became the queen, a princess of England, and could have became a queen of England, but they blocked that shit. That's on my channel right now in the stories. Right now. I'm not bullshitting on here, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, I see you, bro. I see you. You ain't lying. It's also known as sin for sure. But people don't believe in that stuff. I talk about that stuff here on the show. You know that. I talk about my spirituality. My soul is intact. My soul going to God. Anytime ain't nobody ain't finna offer me nothing that I know is some bullshit and some evil shit. I'm not taking it. A motherfucker told me a while ago, we was arguing. He was like, "Yeah, you know your channel is doing good. You got a few thousand subscribers, whatnot. But if somebody was to, you know, because you're doing so well, if somebody came to you and you knew they was like working with the devil or some shit, and they said, "Oh, we'll get your shit famous. We'll make you famous. You know what I'm saying? You'll be making some money. You'll do this, that, and the third, and your podcast and your YouTube is gonna take off." I'll be like, "Nah, nigga, for real. I done been poor this motherfucking long. What sense that make for me to do some stupid shit like that?" Or get down with these. Because the only way to, I'm going to just say, I don't care how many motherfuckers run from the live stream after I say this. The only way the devil can get at you is through people. It ain't like no fucking movie where he just appear and start fucking with you. Some weird shit like these movies that have you believing. It's a motherfucker that the devil whispering to right now. It's a nigga that you be in the store. You minding your business in the store. But two baskets behind you in the lines, the devil whispering at some nigga like, "This dude's not moving fast enough. You ought to say something." Just doing some janky shit about to get this dude's ass whooped when he come over talking crazy to you. You know what I'm saying? My homie said, "Meaning since you can't pronounce Bijan, just call me Sin." Oh, okay. For sure. But I put nowhere I am evil. I'm all about life and love. Okay, cool. Shit, I didn't know what the fuck you. I thought you was commenting on what I was saying, bro. That's the reason why I said that. Whenever you come in, I'm gonna just call you Sin, like you said. I don't like that, but Sin. I hope you ain't sinning out there, nigga. Nah. Uh. I'm gonna call you BJ. Nah, that's bullshit too. Blowjob. Good. That's trash as fuck. Pause. Get out of here. I'm just call you Sin. Fuck it. I'd rather do that than that stupid shit I just said right there. That shit was garbage. But yeah, I say, what up, Sen? It's the homie Bijan, my man Sen. I'm just saying some shit like that. But yeah, so hopefully you doing well, man. To be real with you, I don't know if you guys heard Charleston White got arrested the other day in Houston. I think he was going to. I don't know why that old man trying to hang out with all these young dudes. I know he's supposed to. From what I understood, he was saying he was getting $12,000 a week. I know that's possible too. And that's as far as I'm concerned. If I could make 12 bands a week, I'm good. I actually don't need no more than that. So if you do the math, that's $24,000 every 2 weeks. So you're making about 50,000 a month. It's for like 48 grand a month. If you can't live even today, even with all of this stuff, if I'm by myself too, so I don't. It ain't like I live with anybody. So, or even if I did, let's just say I had a couple people I was taking care of. I think 50,000 to do it unless somebody in your household is tripping. And most of the people in my household, if they were anybody living with me, would be grown people. Hopefully you doing what you need to do, or you're going to have to get raised the fuck up or something. I don't know. But anyway, if he was telling the truth about that, $12,000 a week is very good money. I don't care if you go, because most of the time, a lot of these cats like him, he could get at least 6 bands per appearance on a podcast or something. And so if you do 3 of those a week, you can get a little over 12 grand a week. You know what I'm saying? Or do your own thing or whatever. However it play out. But he was saying he's getting about 12,000 a week. And maybe more, because I know that video was a long time ago. But yeah, old boy ain't nothing but a super troll. That's all this social media shit is. So why would I do that? Why would I do the same things like that, or do like with a Myron from the Fresh and Fit, that good? And I think he's with the dark skin ugly nigga. He should be Myron and some other dude. He looked like a damn gremlin in the face. I'm just calling it like it is. That's, I ain't the most, and I don't really judge niggas like that anyway. But it's just funny how old boy ain't around no more. But the Fresh and Fit dude, and it was the Tate brothers. Them niggas. I don't know how they make their money. I know Andrew Tate wasn't no, and even if he was a fighter that actually doing combat sport, he wasn't making no money doing it. So I don't know what I think all of that. See, that stuff was all manufactured, man. You know what I'm saying? You get a dude up crib and set him up in there and start filming, and he coming out with Bugattis, and it's all Some of that maybe dude shit. And to be real with you, even if you saw that shit, you like so. But see, they know the game. They know that there's people on here looking. And when they see them and see how he talk, like he talk like this and talk and all that bullshit, some people actually get enamored with them people and be like, I'm going to follow him. Some may even take what they've seen, I hate to admit this, and be so like, I gotta be like Andrew Tate. That's crazy, bro. And go out and make money and get confidence because they seen what they're doing. Believe it or not, there's some, even though those dudes is vile pieces of shit to me because of how they kick it, some people take that and run with it and become better people. Go figure. But if you do anything in this world, especially the way I'm trying to do my content, I'm very cool and happy with who I am. I grew up in LA. This shit's tough as nails to grow up here, to become anything or be anybody here. You know what I'm saying? I'm a father of 3, 2 wonderful women, a nice, cool, well-adjusted young man who had his ups and downs, and now he found his niche. Hopefully he stick with whatever he's trying to do, and all you can do is pray for their success. But even through all that, I have to do what I want to do and love what I want to do and make that a success. And I'm not long for this world. If God bless me with another 25, 30 good years, I'll be super happy. But while I'm doing that, these next 3 decades, 4 decades, hopefully, I'm building something I can lead to them. And it's not going to be a fledgling thing or a struggling small TV station or channel or something. It's going to be something big. If it, anything, I said to myself, one of these social media networks is not only going to pay me, it's going to be big. My channel is going to be big on that. And so far, that's turning out to be YouTube. I'm on some other things. X is trash. That shit about to be out of here. I'm about to explore this new Blue Sky shit. I heard that shit is popping like a mug. And then there's other social media networks as well. But regardless of that, like my original subject, if you sit up here waiting for the government, which is obviously created and geared to look like something it's all bullshit, smoke and mirrors. You better get on your horse and figure out what your destiny is. If your destiny is to drive that bus you've been driving and just retire off that money, do that shit every day with pride, get up, even though these people is fucking nuts on these buses, everything, go drive that bus as safe as possible, clock out, go home, do whatever you do extra to make money, live your life. Don't worry about no fucking public works or the streets. If they close the streets and the gas and all that, that's on them. You ain't got nothing else to do but get up every day, thank God, and try to make enough money to pay for these bullshit utilities they provide. Because, yeah, we could be in the dark tomorrow. The fucking power grid could shut down anytime. They haven't upgraded it for 50, 60, 70, 100 years. It's the same shit we've been working off of for all them damn years. They might have made a few little changes or whatever, but other than that, we still, all these nuclear plants they got around the world. Do you know that shit will never shut down? We need the power grid. If the power grid goes down and these nuclear plants go dark, they can't motherfucking cool those fucking uranium rods they got under there. And the motherfuckers is gonna go into meltdown. We so worried about nuclear bombs falling from China. Shit, we got nuclear bombs sitting on every coast around the whole United States, all these nuclear plants. There are hundreds of I didn't realize how many nuclear plants that we had. We got hundreds of them. And they're all near some body of water because they need that water to cool them fucking uranium rods. A meltdown would kill people for thousands of miles in each direction depending on which way the wind is blowing. Radioactivity. That's what these fuckers, they create all that and they don't even want to use nuclear power. They still want to drill in the earth and try to suck out some goddamn oil because oil makes so goddamn much money running these cars and they don't want to go electric. China didn't went electric on damn near everything. Electric scooters, electric everything. Them cars run over there like they hate China. That's the reason why they talk about China all the time. China this. China's this communism. Don't look communist to me. That shit look like they chilling over there. You go talk to an average motherfucker and I know one thing. One thing about the Chinese government, these other governments too, is they want to keep their country pure. That's why when black people do go over there, and there's a dude that's a dark-skinned guy speaking native Chinese, walking through the streets, them people be fucking blown away because they don't think we got the capacity to sit there and learn that language. And when you know that language and know what they're saying, they be freaking out. They be freaking out off of that dude. But if you go over there, you're like in wonder to them. Because just like everybody else around the world, there's propaganda that says black people are different. They say it in a negative way, but in hindsight, the reason why they've always pushed the narrative that black people are different is because we are the superior. We're the first people on this planet. The so-called first Adam and Eve was black. If you want to go biblical about it, and the seeds from them begot the seeds from everybody that you see on this planet, even the Asians. Asians, whites, Hispanics, those are subspecies of black DNA. And that's a fact. And that's the reason why they hate you so much. Because they don't want to believe. You nigger, you this. Chick down in Argentina. She's Colombian, I believe. Down in Argentina. Down there got mad because she on holiday. She liked the way to do. And see, a lot of the Argentinians or Brazilians, one of the two, I think it was Brazil, they look dark down there. She called him a nigger. That bitch finna get 3 years. They don't play down there. That racism shit, it don't fly in some of these countries, especially these countries that have so many different nationality, not nationalities, but shades. Brazil, you might see a girl look white that's Brazilian. Or you might see one of the darkest motherfuckers ever that's Brazilian. Same thing with Portuguese. That's the thing. Being light skinned or light skinned, not skinned it. I don't know why we black people light skinned it. Nah, it's skinned. It's really it's a mutation. When a black and white person, if you notice this, and this will prove the point I'm talking about, the black gene will supersede any person who is not black. If a white man has sex with a black woman, they're going to have a black child. If a black man has sex with a white woman, they're going to have a black child. You can't, the DNA is just going to make the child black. That even if the white seed goes into a sister, the child's still going to come out black. That will always be the dominant gene in the child. Always. That DNA will always be the dominant. And to even further prove that, there are white people who as white as you motherfucking believe. And then they go down their lineage and they find out that they have black in them. White people be mad as hell. There's some racist Klan members. Go look at the video. Go look up the videos. Look up racists who found out they had black DNA. Just put that in the search engine. YouTube, TikTok, any one of them. Just put that in the search engine. You will never find a case where a black person has dominant Caucasian DNA in them. It just doesn't work that way. You know what I'm saying? It'll be that they'll be black. Their main DNA is gonna be black. But the rest of the DNAs that come in with them, like if they're black, white, Hispanic, whatever, all the other stuff is gonna come after that. That is, I'm telling you, even the scientists have said this. It was like the first people on this planet was blacks. That's just the truth. And everybody else came from those genes. That's just the truth. And that's the reason why people hate black people so much in this world, because they know all of the facts, and that's why they'll put out all this propaganda and all this misinformation to hurt us. Not only to hurt us in the mental sense, to have people wondering when they see you coming, oh, here come black people here. Not only just that, but they also do it to hurt you physically. There's this narrative that white doctors have that black people have a higher pain tolerance than regular human beings. Well, if we're so much subspecies and not considered human beings, why would we have we should have a weaker pain tolerance. You should be able to just touch our skin and we go, ow. You can't have one without the other. They only put that narrative out so other white doctors would not give you pain medication when you know you need it. You'd be like, man, my stomach, it's just such and such, and they won't give you nothing. I've seen them do that. I've seen them do it. They're like, I am in pain, doc. No, it's superficial. Just take this. Just take this and have your ass in pain and agony where you got to come back to the ER and all kind of shit till finally another doctor who's not with that bullshit. He's like, why didn't they give you some pain meds? Oh, I was here last night, Dr. So-and-so. And sometimes you'll see the doctor do a look on his face when you say the doctor's name because he knows that doctor is a piece of shit. And they probably been in the break room and had an argument like, why ain't you taking care of your patients? And fuck that nigga or whatever. Telling you, man, it's a cold world. That's why I keep telling people, don't worry about none of this bullshit, man. If the racism comes right to you, right up to your face, that's when you go head on and confront that shit. But when it's some little side shit, like you get a doctor like that to say, oh, nah, you ask for a second opinion. I don't want you. I want another doctor. I'm in pain. I need another. Well, we don't have another doctor. Well, I'm going to have to go over your head then. I need to see the administrator. That's when you go at them. Because you're not going to suffer right there. I'm telling you, motherfucker, I'm in pain. And this motherfucker, he'll play tough. I'm the doctor. I'm telling you, you don't know what you're talking about. Okay, well, give me a second opinion. If another doctor come in here and say that same bullshit, we good. And then I might have to go for a third opinion because you know, you motherfuckers not finna be playing with me because that's how this world is. And another thing, damn, my fucking neck. Ah, I got a freaking lower back issue, and that shit shoots up my neck sometimes. That shit's crazy. So I'll be having to bend that shit. Uh, don't let them catch you out there. I don't know where you work, Sin, because I know you be saying you be at work and shit, and I know they be trying to act funny up there too. My suggestion to anybody and everybody is to find whatever it is you love to do. I know it's somebody at work right now probably watch this live stream or watch any of my content. If you happen to watch today's particular live stream, I'm talking to you. If you hate that job, or if you even think that job, oh man, if I lose this job, this is my only lifeline to pay all the bills. If you feeling like that, you need to start really looking into what you really love to do. And keep the job while you're doing it, but start trying to plan your way out. They do be tripping because these jobs don't give a fuck about you, man. Every time you fuck up, they be on your head. Nigga, you do something good, you never get a pat on the back. Never get a pat on the back. This one lady just retired after being on her job 32 years. They bought that bitch some a cake from Ralph's and some of them damn chicken. They had a little bullshit little party with a little tablecloth saying congratulations. Then got it and bought her some little bullshit presents. That's all they did. They didn't give her no bonus check for leaving or retiring or nothing. They was just like, get your ass out of here. We'll just get another person. And all they're gonna do the next day is says, okay, well Helen's retired now. We gotta find a new person to replace her, and then take that person's life for 30 some odd years of them coming in and dealing with all kind of bullshit and they bullshit. I hate working for people, man. I hate it, man. I hate it. I hate it. There's only been a few jobs I can say, damn, that was a cool job. I wish that this would have worked out or whatever. But most of these jobs ain't shit, man. They don't give a fuck about you, bro. What you should be is the nigga that's giving people's job. Start your own shit. Get to a point where you can hire somebody and can afford to pay them, and make them people love coming to work for you. And also do this. If you got a person that work for you, they love working for you. It's paying the bills and everything. You treat them good. You pat them on the back when things are successful. You let people know and everything. So the person gonna want to stay there because they're gonna feel secure. They're gonna feel good about the products they selling or whatever you doing and about coming to work. But you also tell them people too, I want you to have your dreams. I want you to start your own company. What do you like to do? Is there something you want to do? You should, as a business owner, you should not only invest in your employees to be better in your business, you also should invest in them to become better as a person too and become an entrepreneur. Maybe they'll start a company that y'all can align with each other and make even more money, and they got a company now and they hiring other people. That's what we should be trying to do. It shouldn't be just 2 or 3 companies out there and people all trying to go for them jobs. Everybody should be trying to work, find out what you want to do, start your own company, and start hiring people. And those people you hire, let them work for you for a decade or so. Let them start doing their shit and go and start their business. And maybe you can ally with them. Maybe you can't ally with them. Just be happy for them because they going to be hiring people. That's how this shit's supposed to work. But we didn't come to find out that this country don't want it that way. This country don't want you. They want a bunch of people that is going to come to lunch with a lunchbox. And at 12 noon, they clock out and they sit for 30 minutes. They eat the bullshit lunch. And then they clock back in and they go back, put their head down and work for these motherfuckers. And everything is good. Then you make one mistake, you getting reprimanded. We're going to have to write you up. We're going to 2 more write-ups. We're going to let you go. But then when you beat a quota or get back early or sell more than you supposed to sell, what do? Not a damn thing. They don't congratulate you. Well, instead of congratulating you, if it's a sales job, they'll make it a competition. Oh, the salesman who has the most sales this year, we're going to give him a trip or a couple days off. That's what they do. Instead of saying anybody that makes this quota will get a day off. or anybody that, they want you to compete. They don't want you to pat each other on the back. They want you to compete. They want people who do fall short and their sales ain't good, threaten them and all that. Man, fuck working. You better go get your own company. You better get your own shit. Corner Store Television Media is my shit. You know what I'm saying? Corner, what's shit. I got all these logos that I done got. Corner Store Music. That's Corner Store Records. Corner Store Music. That's what my music goes through. Corner Store Podcast. That's my flagship podcast on this channel. Corner Store Television is the channel. Nigga, I have shows where I talk about comic books, music, new artists, films, all kind of shit. So I decided I'm gonna create something that I like to do. You know what I'm saying? That I like the things that talk about things I like to talk about, and be on my own terms. You dig? And I'm a YouTube partner now. It took me 3 some odd years to become a YouTube partner just to make this little change. But that little change about to turn into something major in a minute. I'm telling you. And this is just one of the things that I do. I'm an actor too. I do stand-up comedy. What else? I do hip hop. I'm a hip hop artist. You know what I'm saying? At 60 years old. What's up, nigga? I'm out here popping. I'm still a renter, but I have my own vehicle. You know how many people don't have a car, bro? There's a lot of people who do. But guess what? Just if you think it's a lot of people driving around in your city, it's a goddamn lot more walking. I promise you. Walking. Trying to build something with no car and nothing, going to work, going to the grocery store, going to wash the clothes, everything. And when I was on the bus, I would see that every day. Women walking down the street, some women like, I can't catch a bus with all these clothes. They'll get a what do they call them? One of them grocery baskets, and put all the clothes in that and wheel that motherfucker to the laundromat. Now, what if you washing your clothes and then it start raining? You stuck. That's the world we live in. That's the world we live in. So I understand if people are like, man, what do you mean? Start your own company. What do you mean? That's exactly what I mean. As hard as it is just to wash clothes, take on that journey of starting something you love. If you got a grandma, or if you got your mother or somebody that retired but they know how to sew, don't let their ass sit at home and just do nothing and just sew blankets for the kids. Let her start her little seamstress business. Y'all got to hustle. You got to think about what it is you can do. You know what I'm saying? If there's a garage at your house that's dirty and junky and you ain't using it for nothing, you clean that motherfucker out. Go get some trash bags. Ask your homeboy to come with his pickup and take that shit and put it in his pickup and go dump it. Clean that garage out and put some t-shirt printers in that motherfucker. Get a computer and make some, because, man, I'm going to tell you right now, all you need is Chat GPT and an idea of what you think the logo could look like. You can pay $20 a month for the Chat GPT Plus. You can do as many of the motherfuckers as you want. Come up with a t-shirt idea. Tell that motherfucking Chat GPT, okay, make me a transparent of this. Make it this size. And email it to yourself. Put that shit in the computer inside of the printer. The printer gonna put the image inside of there. It's gonna put that shit on the shirt. And then you be wondering, okay, where can I sell the shirts? Oh, motherfucker, you could create a t-shirt shop in 10 minutes. 10 minutes. The biggest thing is the hurdle. The one thing is take the steps. Step 1, buy the printer, clean the garage, Step 2, buy the printer, make the space. You can go on Craigslist and people be giving away free tables and chairs and shit. And you can get all that stuff, bring it to your crib and set you up a little office in the garage and start printing up some t-shirts. That's just one thing you could do. You got a retired auntie. You got some nephews, cousins, ain't doing nothing. All they want to do is smoke weed. Cool. Y'all can come over here to this house. Come. Ain't nobody going in the house to pee or none of that shit. I just need you 3-4 hours a day. We're gonna make these t-shirts and shit. And somebody you could trust though. You can't just call anybody. But anyway, or you could tell them to start up something. Oh man, there's so many shit motherfuckers can do instead of sitting up there wallowing in self-pity. And that's what I used to do. I used to be in the self-pity. That's what almost kept my ass out there on the motherfucking street. That's what almost kept me homeless. And sitting up there not being happy with what's going on, not knowing what to do. I still, even though God is prevalent in my life and he's controlling everything that we do, one thing he revealed to me is you're not finna be saved by the fucking government. You're not finna be saved by family and friends. You got to save your motherfucking self. You got to have enough backbone to take what life has dealt you and look it in the face and go, man, I got to do better. I'm going to be out here on the street on San Julian downtown off of 5th Street somewhere in Skid Row if I don't come on. I know. Every time I walk to the back to my garage to get in my car, I just look around. I'll be like, damn. How far a nigga done came. I raised 3 kids off of no. Every dollar I got went to them. I had no other recourse. So I was doing bad. And then I had child support, which was eating me alive. Woo-hoo-wee, that thing was killing. So I'm, my life is a recovery in process, even though I've been recovering for over a decade. Because in 2010, I was teetering on life. Not like about to die, but about to be outside and be feeling like it was like death. But I wasn't about to let that happen. I knew my only way out was to pray and work. Because you can pray and just sit in place and it starts snowing and you freeze to death. That's a metaphor. But with prayer comes work. If you pray you want to do this, that, and the third, you start going. You start figuring it out. You start hustling. You make a plan. I got to get this first, get this done, move here, do this, go to this program, you know what I'm saying, and shit like that. And then you check all the boxes, and then you end up, having some semblance of a regular life like everybody else. Now, since you're on the everybody else level, it's time to be more than everybody else. It's time to be more than what you've been. It's time to take that shit beyond. Hence, Corner Store Television. Nobody would thought I almost had 50,000 subscribers. Every time people look at my stats, they be like, what the fuck? You think, and it's always, there's somebody else who has the numbers that I have found an income stream aside from YouTube because of who they are and their numbers. Somebody looked at that and was like, okay, shit. People look at my numbers and they be wondering why would they like him so much. And most of my stuff is about my shorts. It's about the films that I love and stuff like that. My live streams and videos, they do minimal views at best. Like what I'm talking about right now. I would wish more people would get on these live streams because I'd be really telling the truth. It'd be some real stuff. I'm kicking it to y'all. It's not just about the rap and the music I listen to and stuff like that. That's a part of it. But this Corner Store podcast I'll be talking to guests. Some people that's really intriguing. They got a lot of cool stuff to say. Some people are just trying to promote their music and themselves, which is cool too. But a lot of times when I'm on here solo bolo, I'm telling the truth about what's going on. I've had people on the live stream like, I didn't know that, or damn, I didn't know that was happening. Yeah, that's what I'm on here for. You know what I'm saying? So this is not just some bullshit I'm trying. I've been doing this I've been doing live streaming now for a long time. A long time to get to this point. I'm on my way to 100K. And I will have a wonderful celebration. I don't know where I'm going to get the money from, but when I get that plaque, I'm halfway there. I'm almost at 50. So another 50,000, I'm at 100K. That's when they plaque you up. That's when YouTube sends you your shit. I'm going to be having a nice little event behind that. I know where it's going to be and everything. So it would be cool if some of my live streamers, like my man Sin, I don't know how, came to LA and hung out and celebrated that. Southern Girl, Marcus Banks, Olden King, friggin' One Room Shed, Scene 13, all of them. It would be great if I could have some of my you know what it probably would end up being? The 8 people that I have, and I only got 8 members. I need more than 8 members. With 50,000 some odd subscribers, I need more than 8 members. But the 8 members who paid to actually be members of the channel will probably be the 8 I would invite. Because those people are actually kicking in. Have kicked in and, have actually helped me make a couple of dollars on here, which is, you know, anybody who's on social media, I would assume, especially if you're doing content, I would assume, you know what I'm saying, ultimately you like to be, paid for what you're doing. And there's no shame in asking people to become members. There's no shame in it at all, because that's what you're trying. If they don't understand that's what you're trying to do, I don't understand why they're even looking at your lives or looking at your videos or anything. I understand they on there to be entertained. How do you think all of the content on here got here? Somebody posted it. Duh. So if you find a particular video intriguing and went to that person's channel and said, okay, they have other stuff on here I like that they posted, and you subscribe to them, you're subscribing to see more shit that they post. So, wouldn't it make sense when they get to a certain point and, you just happen to see them on live or see a video or something like that, that, if they ask you for a couple of dollars, and you can afford to do it, you're gonna do it, and that works for other. I'm telling these white creators, I don't know, they have passionate followers, passionate. I believe, and I'm not trying to say nothing about my people, I believe most of my followers are Hispanic and black. I'm sure I got some white followers too, but hip hop and stuff like that, people in that ilk, they don't give money out like that. They just don't. Now, Willie G, what's from the Ghetto Boys, the Willie D Live. I was about to say Willie G. I knew it was gonna be wrong, so that's what I'm trying to figure out in my head. I know it's Willie something, but I watch his content and his live stream. He do about 3 or 4 lives a day. And then he has a show where he's doing his thing because he Willie D. I mean, that motherfucker can pay somebody. He can pay Ari Spears. He can pay, that's why he popping. You know what I'm saying? And I think he's at a million. Is he at a million? I don't know. He's up there pretty high. I aspire to be where he is simply because I know my status, my living status would go up. And people seem to think everybody on here trying to be millionaires. Nah. Millionaire? How big a house you think a nigga like me would like? I'm telling you, the simplest shit. All I want is some peace and quiet and a secure crib that if anybody even attempt to set a toe on the grass, they gonna get let off on. Don't play with me, man. Just don't play with me, dude. Leave me the fuck alone. If you could do that for me, we'll be good. You could be down the street killing people. Don't let me find out that you're killing people. It ain't like I'm gonna just not do nothing about that. But if you're a psychopath and you down the block and I don't know it and I see, hey, how you doing? Don't invite me in your crib or nothing like that. Never, man. I'll just be waving to you like normal. I know something's weird about you, but I ain't know you killing nobody. But that motherfucker don't bother nobody. If I found out after being there 10 years and a bunch of cars down there, and I go outside, what's going on? Oh, that guy Harold, he was killing people. I'll be like, damn, I knew it was something. But the nigga never bothered me. I ain't never seen him creeping by my house or peeping through windows or nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of rich dude I want to be. Just leave me alone. Whatever philanthropic shit that I'm doing, meaning Helping people out is on my own terms. I'm gonna pick that person. I'm gonna bless the fuck out of them. I'm gonna set them up. I'm gonna be like, "You good? Yeah. Graduate from this and pass it on." And I'm gonna go to the next person. And man, if I get to a certain position or station in life, if it was up to me, and I only can put this number on it because there's only so much you can do for everybody. But if you did, it's 12 months in a year. If you could help out 10 people in a year, you know what I'm saying? I mean, help them. I'll give an example. They ain't necessarily have to be destitute, because most people who are destitute, meaning have nothing, that are actually on the ground. Like if I walked outside and there's a dude sleeping on the sidewalk right now, his story is going to be a long one. And it's going to get him back to some semblance. Because 9 times out of 10, if he's got that long beard and you can see snot in his nose and he's just sitting there and he's glassy eyed, there's something wrong with dude. I can't really help somebody like that. Hopefully, I can help somebody with some semblance of becoming back to regular normalcy. You know what I'm saying? Like when you talk to him, you're like, oh yeah, yeah, he needs psych evaluation. See, you can't really do nothing for them except get them mental care they need. You know, and that'll break. Helping somebody like that will break you if you're rich, unless you got a foundation where you just get money. People, you having foundation dinners, people is giving money to help folk in there. See, those people like that, they hard to save. You could just pray for them, maybe buy some food, help them, you know, get to a cleanse, something, I don't know. I'm talking about a person that's struggling, but the potential is there. All they need is a helping hand, a break out. A girl that's going to school and working out. I work at such I be catching the bus late and this, that, and the third, and such, and I got a roommate, and just, you know, you can see all the potential with them. Why not buy them a nice car and get them an apartment for 2 years or something, or a year rent free, so they can just build, go to school, and just take, you know, pay their loans off for school. You know what I'm saying? Launching pad. That's the kind of shit I'm talking about. You ain't necessarily giving them no money. He's like, you stay in the way, you know, you go find out. And you don't make no TV show out of it or no bullshit like that. Just, you know, if you rich enough and the person, you have this nonprofit, and that my nonprofit is called Puzzle Piece Foundation. By the way, I don't have all the paperwork or anything done on it, but I know that's the name of it. That's the one. That's the name I've want to name it since for years. I just came up with that one day. And one day it's gonna be a reality, and somebody's gonna really get blessed because of it. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be your puzzle. We're gonna put the pieces together in your puzzle so your picture will be more clear. You know what I'm saying? And there's somebody out there right now that if you help them in that way, if you help them in that way, they would just be too not only happy, they could save their money. Don't go to no Beyonce concert. I don't want to find out after I blessed you that you making money at your job and I gave you an apartment, but you ain't saving. See, I'm not gonna just do that. We gonna put you in that situation, get you the car, get you a gas card or something for like some gas, $500 worth of gas, and help you get some insurance, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Bless you, set you up to where the only thing you got to do is go to school, go to that job. You only go into that job to save now. Your rent's paid. Maybe you pay your bills. You don't have to pay your internet and all that shit. But you'll be straight. You can keep going. You could, you know, get better. Maybe put a couple dollars in your bank account to fall back on when everything, you know, when the, you know, still. I wish somebody would have done that for me. So that's what we should be doing. We should be getting ourselves together. We should be graduating in everything that we do. We should go to our jobs that we've been on for years, taking care of ourselves. And if we're not settled in that job or in that career, we need to be trying to figure out, what else do I want to do? Do I want to sing? Do I want to act? Do I want to produce? Do I want to be a director? Do I want to be a chef? Do I want to become a mechanic, own my own shop? Those are the things you need to be doing aside from taking care of yourself, going to this job you know is not your future. That's what you should be doing. That's what you should be doing. Not worrying about, oh well, Trump did sent Trump finna the motherfuckers in government gonna do what they gonna do. The trolls on the internet that we watch every day, like Charleston White and them, are gonna do what they gonna do. Bro is making 12,000. Do you think he care about what you give a damn about what he's saying? He's saying that so you'll be tripping. These people are running a scam on us. Everybody. He just figured out that, and I don't fault Charleston White or anybody like that. I don't fault Drewski. I don't fault Kai Sinet. I don't fault I Show Speed. I don't fault any of these content creators. They found their niche. They know the world is full of shit. But they found their niche and they got their channel in there. No matter what they did, no matter what ass they kissed, no matter what thing they did, they found their niche. Now, if you don't want to go that route, if it was a negative one to become popular and make the money you think you deserve, do it the clean way, do it the spiritual way, do it, keep praying, and you're going to get what you want. That's the problem. Most people don't pray to get what they want and work at the same time at that dream. Keep praying, keep hustling, keep grinding, keep believing in yourself. Don't let nobody tell you can't fucking win, because you can win. You can win. There's no doubt about it. A motherfucker like me was losing. I'm batting better. My batting average is way higher than it was before in life. And I still be mad because it ain't where it's supposed to be. When you'll know, you will know, because I'm going to make sure everybody see that backyard. I'm going to make sure everybody see wherever I end up, wherever the house going to be. Where if it's a loft downtown, a 1,200 and 1,400 acre loft with furniture backwards and frontwards with a studio in there, and you can go up to the roof, you'll see it. I'm be like, I'm at my shit, nigga. I told you, I'm telling you. This has been a graduation and a maturation. I done went from being down there outdoors that had, man, I don't even want to rehash it. I was on foot for 15 years, on the bus, all that bullshit. 2010, I started getting whips because I prayed. I was like, man, I can't be doing, Lord. No, it's got to change. I went from a bucket to a van, turned into that one into a bucket. Went from that van to a Sonata. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker was clean. I missed my little Hyundai. That shit was tight. The motherfucker was roomy, too, for a big-ass nigga like me. And I went from that to an SUV. Mind you, never consistently working. I was acting and doing videos and commercials and all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Digital online commercials for gaming apps and all kind of fucking shit. Picking up money here and there. Did some print work for a fucking company called Boston Electronics that make medical internal part. Man, I've been doing all kinds of shit, man, making it. And see, that ain't me. That's through prayer. You sit there one day and you praying, Lord, I need some money, man. Damn, I got the. Come on, Lord. Hey, next thing you know, you get a fucking email talking about, can you come do this print work? Can you do this print work for $1,000 a day? I'm like, yeah. Shit, I'm there. That's great, man. I'm telling you. God is real. Don't ever let nobody tell you he ain't, because he definitely real. On me. On everything I love. The fact that my kid's mom, who had this little episode here, this medical episode, hell, they was doing a procedure on her and she flatlined. And the only reason why I even found that out is because when I went to visit her, she told me what happened during the procedure. And I'm like, well, damn, this is a blessing you still here talking to me, because you was gone for a few seconds. That's how fast it can happen. So if you sit up here waiting on the government to save you and them not being in Iran for whatever bullshit reason they're in there, whether it is because this motherfucker's trying to hide from the Epstein files, which ain't going nowhere. I don't give a fuck how long this war lasts. I don't give a fuck if 2 missiles was to hit a building in New York and they do 9/11 all over again, but it'll be in February, obviously. February 26, whatever. That still ain't gonna change none of that shit. You still gotta pay your bills. You still got a car note. You still got insurance. You still got a light bill. Still got cable bill. Still got this bill. Still got that bill. You can make a song of it. Got them bills. Fuck. None of that shit matters, man. What matters is your sanity. What matters is you being able to say, I took care of business. The light's still on. The kids ain't hungry. I got them shoes. We going to that game. We gonna watch that movie. And then I'm gonna go work on my project so we can get out the projects. You dig? Man, there's been another episode of Corner Store Podcast, man, where I tell the truth. I'm not playing. I'm being real every day, all day. The negative, please stay away, because we don't play that. Do me a favor, y'all. Hit that thumbs up button if you like this live stream. If you like any of the content on Korner Store Television, hit that thumbs up button, man. Become a subscriber to the channel. All you got to do is hit that little thing up there at the top of the screen that says subscribe, and you'll be subscribed. If you like to become a member, you can do that too. We got 2 tiers, $1.99 level 1 and $2.99 level 2. Jump on in there. Give me a super chat, man. Something. Let us know where you at. It's been all good. To the homie saying, if you still in the building, man, I'm going to holler at you, dog. Hey, I'll be back a little bit later. Give me a couple of hours. I'll be doing another episode of Track 5. We're going to listen to some beats. And we might even do listening to some artists. We might even listen to some artists. I might do a artist review show and just listen to some artists, some old hip hop. I don't know. Y'all let me know. Hit me up. It's your boy OMB 300. I'm gonna holler at y'all later. Peace. Korner Store Podcast. We'll be back on Friday. Saturday we might have the international podcast with me and the homeboy over in Nantes, France, my boy Best Beck, Big Mac. But I'll let y'all know. Also, do me a favor and go subscribe to Korner Store Television Europe. That's a new channel that started up about 2 months ago, man. Last year, actually. So go ahead on and go over there, man, and subscribe to that channel, too. It's your boy OMD. I love y'all. Peace.